Thanks. There's no regular bathroom.
No.
Oh no.
I'm just like, oh.
Friends, don't let friends cleanse without a toilet nearby. Like,
Oh my gosh.
so
Yeah.
bad.
It's so awful. I just keep having to pee and go into these porta potties. And I'm like, is a lizard gonna jump out and eat me this time? Or like, I just went to roll the toilet paper out and a big spider came running out, and I'm just like, oh.
I was gonna say a lizard's like the least of your problems. They're not.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Hi.
Yeah.
How are y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Amy.
Good.
Hey, guys. I got ready to get the party started.
Yes.
Okay, I am super, super excited. Okay, so welcome everyone. If this is your first Zoom, don't freak out. You are looking at yourself. This is a video call. You can turn off your video if you would like. And for your privacy, go ahead and mute your line, please, so it could be a clear line and everyone can hear and listen, because you do not want to miss what's going to happen tonight. Definitely get your notebook out, just like this one. Oh, let me take this one. Just like this one, get your notebook out and ready. Get your pen out and ready, because it's going to be amazing. So first of all, I want to do a couple of announcements. We have ISAU online this weekend, which is the 20th, the 21st, and 22nd. To go register for that, go to www.isagenixevents.com, and you can register. I think it's $25. If I'm not correct, please let me know. But I think it's $25 to register, and you can watch through, I don't want to say Skype. What is it called? Anyway, you can watch on the computer online live and hear all the announcements, hear all the training, all of the special announcements, including a launch of a brand new product this weekend. Yay! Cannot wait. It's going to be so exciting. So make sure you're on there, because I'll tell you, FYI, they give special discounts for anybody that watches live for ordering. So you're going to get discounts just for watching. So special promotions. So make sure you're on this weekend. And then also, celebration. You do not want to miss this, guys. It is August. Let's see. I think it's the 11th. Write this down in the notebook that I just told you to grab. Let's tell you to grab. Let's see. Hold on. Let me check. If anyone knows the date, you can yell it out. But yeah, it's August 11th. I believe it's Thursday through Sunday. Raise your hand if you're going to see Maroon 5. Hello! Who else is going? I don't see any hands up. Raise your hand. Hi! Oh my goodness. Okay. So Maroon 5, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, ask the person that enrolled you, because I'm sure they'll share that information with you. But basically, to go to see Maroon 5, to go to see Adam Levine, oh my gosh, to feel his sweat and anything else, you need to be a part of Isagenix. Isagenix is doing a private concert for just us. Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited. Okay, so you definitely have to get your celebration ticket. To do that, go to www.isagenixevents.com and register for celebration. It is $149, and that is a huge deal for 4 days. 4 days, okay? All right, so now I'm going to jump right into, I need to find it first. I'm going to jump right into recognition for this week. Guys, we had a huge week this week. Like, I am so floored and proud of you guys. If you participated this week, and what I mean participated, I mean if you placed an order, if you shared Isagenix with someone, if you enrolled someone, if you rank advanced, if you helped someone else rank advanced, any of those things, if you did those things, I want you to raise your hand high, because you participated in our team success, and I want to tell you congratulations. So congratulations. So I want you to yell real loud if you did one of those things. Just yell. Woo! Woo! This is awesome. Okay. All right. So Here we go. So recognition. This week we enrolled 51 new associates this past week. Let's break that record. Let's double it. Who's in it? Let's double it. In it to win it. All about in it to win it. Okay, new consultants this week. Here we go. Rick, if I do not say your name right, I'm sorry. Okay. Rick Clifford, new consultant. Congratulations. Jerry Lindstrom Gardner. Congratulations. Brian Lewis. Congratulations. Caroline Portier. Congratulations. Wendy Chapman. Congratulations. Allison. Oh boy. Didier. I hope I said that right. Congratulations. And Charmaine Balawan. Congratulations. So congratulations to all our new consultants. And for your privacy, if you are having a conversation, go ahead and press the mute button at the bottom left on your phone or your iPad so that we can hear clearly. Okay, so 7 new consultants. If you don't know what a consultant it's where you share with 2 people. They decide to come along with you on your journey and have a journey for themselves. So 2 people, that's it. Who do you know that needs more energy, maybe needs to lose a pound or 2, or maybe just needs to feel better, complains all the time about being tired and not focused? So who needs all of those things, or who needs one of those things? I will tell you that 4.5 years ago, I was in a place where I needed 2 things. I needed all of those things. So I know I can't be the only one. I know there's other people just like me that need that, and I'm sure there are a lot more. So I'm not finished sharing, and I hope you're not, because they need us. They need our help. So I'm so excited. So congratulations, 7 new consultants. This week we should have 14. We're going to double everything. Double it or nothing. Okay, so
Amy, real quick. Amy,
Yep.
real quick. Celebration is August 7th.
Oh, well, I'm going to be there August 11th.
August 7th. I know you're going to show for Maroon 5. I know what you're playing at.
Yeah.
Since we won our way over there, right? We won free
Yes.
tickets. It does start August 7th. So,
August 7th. Okay,
7th
thank
to
you,
10th.
Bonnie.
Okay.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Bonnie. Okay, so yeah, so she threw that in there. Yeah, Bonnie and I won our tickets already. The bag is the cat's out the bag. We are going to Maroon 5. Woohoo! So I hope you join us. Okay, so top 6 cyclers last week. Anthony Lober and Katie Werchek. I want to hear you. I don't hear you. Oh, you're on mute. Okay, so number 2, Bonnie Schitterer. Okay, number 3, Stephen and Amy Power. Woo! Number 4.
Go, Amy.
Number 4, Dr. Bruce Rippey. Woo! Dr. Bruce. Number 5, Joe. Okay, Joe Malena. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Congratulations. And number 6, Shailene McDaniel. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Yes.
I know. Yes, that's awesome. I know Shailene is close to being 1 star, so I know that's going to happen this week. That's exciting. Okay, so I believe now I'm going to pass the phone to Dr. Jesse. Dr. Jesse is an incredible doctor. He is all about nutrition. He knows so much, guys. And what I said, get your notebook out and your pen or pencil, because I will tell you, he's going to be talking about inflammation tonight. I don't know about you, but we all have it in our bodies, whether we want to or not. And we need to focus on getting rid of it and having less of it, because what breeds after inflammation? That's disease. So I would love for Dr. Jesse to fill us in, give us some great information that we can walk away from and feel really good about and share with others. So Dr. Jesse, you have the floor.
Thank you, Amy. Hello, everybody. Can you guys
Hi.
hear me? Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good. I want you guys to know how much I love you, because my Blues are playing right now and I'm missing the game. So that's what I'm doing for Isagenix, right? So I'm getting some inflammation right now by being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's just talk a little bit about it. I want to be quick today. I want to talk more about the products than what's going on with inflammation. But inflammation, it really is normal. It is a very important process in our body. If you cut yourself or you burn yourself or you get an infection, you need that inflammatory response to take care of it, to repair it. All right. But what happens is a lot of times it doesn't resolve and it turns into a chronic inflammation situation. All right. That's what's bad. And that's what is damaging to the body. Chronic inflammation, like Amy said, it does play a role in most of our modern day systemic and chronic diseases. So it plays a part in obesity, it plays a part in heart disease, it plays a part in some cancers, etc. We could go on that list forever. So what causes our chronic inflammation? I'm just going to make it simple. I'm just going to say stress, all right? Physical stress, chemical stress, mental stress. So physical, like we said, an injury, maybe a chronic injury. Chemical stress, maybe what we're eating, if we're not eating correctly, we're drinking too much alcohol, if we're smoking cigarettes, and our mental stress, all right? So our jobs, worrying about money, relationships, etc. All right, that can add up. That can get us into a chronic inflammation situation. So what can we do to help reduce our chronic inflammation? Well, we know all the cliche things, right? Eat right, exercise, get more sleep, meditation, all of that fun stuff. But if you look at our products, if you look at the Isagenix products, they are actually really good at taking care of inflammation, all right? So for example, the shakes, they have 96 trace vitamins and minerals. I hope that's right, the number. But for example, vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, they all have anti-inflammatory properties, all right? Dietary fiber, that's another big one that helps move the food through, all right? That can help with inflammation. Bromelain, that's probably one of the biggest enzymes that people will talk about when it comes to anti-inflammatory properties. So it has bromelain in it. That's something that's found in pineapples and kiwi. Olive oil, it has some olive oil in it. That's got the polyphenols, which can help fight inflammation. All right, so make sure you're taking your shakes every day. The other one is the Cleanse for Life. All right, if you look at the ingredients on there, it's got aloe vera. I know you all know that has some anti-inflammatory properties. When you get a sunburn, they say put some aloe vera on it. Well, we have aloe vera extract in the Cleanse for Life. We have berry extracts, which have a lot of antioxidants. All right, so that can reduce the inflammation and oxidation in our body. Turmeric is another big root that is very, very popular for anti-inflammatory. Ashwagandha, all right, I hope I said that right, but that is it's probably the most popular herb in Ayurvedic healing. All right, it's known for its healing properties also. All right, and then Ionic Supreme, I hope you guys are taking that daily as well. That's got ginger. I'm sure you guys all know that that's big for inflammation as well. Another thing it's got is alpha lipoic acid, and that is probably one of the most powerful antioxidants that we know. And then also kiwi, which we talked about earlier, that's another source of bromelain, okay? So I just wanted to tie our products into inflammation. I had someone call me this week and ask me about inflammation, so that's what kind of spurred this topic. But I just wanted to tie that together so that if people are asking you, why do we take this? What works for inflammation? Now you have some talking points, okay? Again, like always, if you guys have any questions about this stuff, feel free to find me on Facebook or shoot me a message or anything like that, okay? All right, Amy, so I think that's all I have.
Okay, great. Well, you did say ashwagandha, right? I think I said it right.
Yeah.
You did say it right. And it's so good to know that all of those properties, those ingredients are in these products, just like ginger, because I hear a lot of great important information about ginger for the body. Knowing that I don't need to take a separate supplement, it's already in there, is important. So thank you so much,
Exactly.
Dr. Jesse.
You're welcome.
All of the things that you give to it. It sounds like a robot. Okay. I'm just reading because I'm cutting out. They're saying I'm cutting out. Do that sound clear or I'm cutting out? Okay, I'm not clear.
You're cutting out big time. You sound like a robot.
Okay. Do that sound better now?
No, like a robot.
Okay, so should I do a dance?
You should.
You
Robot
should do
dance.
the robot dance
Right
or
now.
something, girl, because you got the voice going on.
Okay, I only have one, and that's it. Okay, that's my robot dance. Okay.
That's awesome.
So I appreciate, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I appreciate Dr. Jesse talking to us and giving us all that information. I heard him very clearly. I hope you guys heard him very clearly. But now I'm going to pass it over to Amy. She has some really exciting information to share with us, promotion to share with us. So please take out your notebooks. Be ready to write it down because you are going to get excited. So Amy, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Amy. I love it. Callie just said, Mom, is that really her voice?
Was it
she had to come and look. That's awesome. Though. Thank you so much, Amy. Great job. She thought you had a smoker thing.
Does my voice sound like a robot for real?
She thought you had one of those smoker things, you know, when people have to have
Like,
she had to come and look.
I'm going to have to record myself and see. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Amy, thank you so much. It was amazing. And as always, you're just such a great host. And Dr. Jesse, thank you so much. And kudos to you guys, to you, Dr. Jesse. And you guys, both of these guys are so amazing. And all of you guys, great week. Thank you for everything that you're bringing, your energy. You're making this job so much fun. I mean, that's all I can say. It's just been so much fun. And I want to point out, Dr. Jesse, you guys, just be praying because he's really going in and really piloting what's going on in Indonesia. And of course, anytime you're going into a country where there's a huge language barrier, it's always interesting territory, but he's just sticking with it. And he's like, I'm not quitting. And we're seeing amazing things happen. So just pray over.
Go, Jesse.
Yeah, I know. He's been so awesome. He's just like sticking right with it. Like, you know, I don't know. It's good. I'm excited. But everybody, just great job. I'm going to really talk with you guys a little bit tonight, number one, about the new company promotion and really how to capitalize on it. And then number two, we're going to talk about the topic, your job is to share the opportunity. And that topic, I promise you, I share that topic more than any other, but I've spent the last literally 48 hours doing coaching calls, and it's the one thing that really comes to my mind. Anthony, did you get a new haircut? I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So the new company promotion, I'm really excited about. Who's excited about it? I mean, it is awesome. Oh my gosh. And so what it is, whenever you enroll someone that has 164 business volume order or higher, their $29 fee is waived. And that lasts all this whole week and the next calendar week. So it's up until, I think it's I don't even know what the date is of next Sunday. I think the 29th at 11 p.m. And so that is just exciting. And so you really want to take advantage of that. And so I want to talk to you guys just a little bit. I know that in our house, for sure, I only have part of the list. I have Dr. Jesse's notes, but these are all people that we're working with, and we have a whole nother page here in my house where we're following up with people with the new promotion. And so the first thing that you want to do, what I did, and I don't know exactly how you guys track, but I send out almost every video through Facebook on purpose so that I have that tracking, so that I can go back through. So today I sat down and I went back through my Facebook all the way back through March. And I mean, you could go a little further back, and I made a list of every single person that I had talked to about Isagenix that I did not have closure on. Does that make sense? Maybe they said, I'm waiting on money, or I really don't know, or maybe they quit responding. after a time. I just went back and I made a fresh new list because now you have an amazing reason to actually call those people back. And so I would do that and then literally send them messages. Hey, there's free enrollment this week. I know that you were interested a while back. I just wanted to let you know about it. And I think the other piece of this, you guys, is this is really a time to be looking at getting in front of a lot more people and sharing the opportunity. Because one thing that coming over from a company that had a lot of deadlines, we were a little bit like used car salespeople, where in my prior company where we had deadlines, if this wasn't done by this date, like you lost. And with Isagenix, we don't really have all those deadlines. And so there's really not a huge sense of urgency to get someone to do it now. And I feel like with this challenge, you have that deadline to have them enrolled by next Sunday. So I'd really pump up those opportunity shares. This is a great time to do a launch party, anything like that. I'll tell you one thing that we did is we're offering an 11-day challenge. My family is, and this is something that you could do. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. You can partner with another trainer to do it. I'm not going to do it team-wide because I think it gets too big, and it would take too much to organize it. But one thing that we did was we offered a challenge, an 11-day challenge that starts next week. And so I simply put it on Facebook. I have an 11-day, I put boot camp type challenge. If you're interested in losing weight, feeling better, message me for details. And I did have a lot of people message about that. Now what happened, you guys, is when I didn't know that the company was going to offer this promo, I had no idea. But we had some people just kind of thinking about it that didn't make a decision. And Kelsey started calling tonight and doing follow-up, and she closed 2 people, Johnny, on the spot. Because why would they not? They're getting basically, this free accountability, free food, free nutritional planning, and then the $29 is waived on a 30-day system. So we did do that, and that really has been huge for us even today. And we have other people still making that decision. So that's one thing that I would look at. We just did that today. We just followed up today, and they're closing really quick. So just know that this is a great reason for people to do it now. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is I want to talk to you about what is your job. And I want to tell you what really brought me to this conversation. And I want you to know that if there's anything that I really, really want, it is for every single person on this team to be wildly and independently successful, if that makes sense. I want you to have amazing ideas, and I want you to have the courage to go and act on them. I want you to feel the freedom to go out and take that idea, make a mistake, come back, do it again, fix it over and over again, if that makes sense. I want creative, amazing success for all of you more than anything. And I think that there's one foundational piece to this that I know that I probably train on more than anything else. But this week, as I was doing coaching calls with a lot of people that are wanting to move up, they're wanting to hit 6 figures, 10 cycles, not only wanting to, but I have people on my team needing to hit it. And on our team, needing to hit it.
Like nothing bad can get in your way.
You guys are having a little bit of background noise out down at the bottom of your, I'm going to try to mute out real quick, guys.
I know that you had an experience in the Speed Force. And I'm happy that you think that we're going to win the day.
If you guys have background noise, if you want to mute out your phone.
Risks are worth taking.
Oh, I see it.
I got something for.
Got it. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. And so let me think where I'm at. Back on track. Okay, so one thing that has happened throughout the week, a common theme, is as I've been coaching people, I have heard people say over and over again, my friends can't afford it. my friends can't do it. Nobody I talk to wants to do it. I'm hearing that. Like, I want, or they'll say things like, I can't get anybody to talk to you on the phone about it. And so I've asked several people, and if you are on the Zoom tonight and you feel like this is directed at you, or I'm talking about your text, know that I have seen a lot of texts this week with the same common thing. So it's just broad, and it's something that I feel like we need to address so that you can move very quickly through the systems and very quickly to get to that 6-figure income. And so the messages that what I saw from people is that they were sending whole messages, such as, I've started using Isagenix and I'm feeling really good. And now I'm learning how to do training with my executive so that I can answer other people's questions. Would you be willing to listen? And what's happening with those messages across the board is that people are not responding. They're not coming back and saying, yes, let me help you train. And then what happens is, as an associate, you start taking it personally, and you're thinking, oh no, what am I doing wrong? Is this personal? Is it against me? When in all reality, there just needs to be a tweak to the message, and you can literally get almost everyone to listen. Now, in order to do that, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you can get almost every single person that you ask to listen. And so what I want to do is I want to rewind this a little bit, and I really want to talk to you about, what is your job? Like, how do I do that? How do I make that happen? Your job is to get people to listen to the whole fact information about Isagenix, everything from beginning to end. Anything other than that is not your job. If you're stepping out into different areas saying more than that, it is not your job. Your job is to get people to listen to whole fact information. And so that's what they need to hear. Otherwise, they're making decisions based upon half facts. So if someone says to me, Amy, none of my friends can afford it, or my friends all say no, I immediately know that associate has said way too much. Because how do they know how much the product costs to begin with? Because the associate said way too much stuff. I hope that kind of makes sense. And so what we're going to do is we're going to rewind, and we're going to talk about, how do you get people to listen to whole fact information? And I can tell you, I find myself becoming guilty of it. Where someone asks me when I'm out and about, they ask me a question and I start spouting off information, and I do not have enough time to give it justice of everything that I need to give it justice. Does that make sense? And so I myself find myself falling into that place of being guilty over that. And so the first thing that you've got to do is you've got to make a list. And so you want to make, so let's rewind. Let's say that you are basically new into Isagenix, or you've been using it for a short period of time, and you've started getting product results. When that happens, I'm going to have to move rooms really quick, guys. I'm going to talk to you while I'm moving rooms, but it's way too loud. I can't even hear. So I'm going to move. I'm going to go outside. Okay. So whenever they have someone, you've had product results and people start asking you about it, your job is to get them on the phone and share whole fact information. So the first thing that you want to do, and what right now we're going to talk about is being proactive, is you want to make a list of and even like, okay, I'm going to say this right now. If you are on the line and you are not at Crystal Executive, or if your Crystal Executive is not stable, and you guys know what I mean. If every day you're looking in and you're wondering, who's gonna, I hope that person orders. I want this person to order. This call is for you. I have to say that. And I'm saying that because I want the success for your business. And so this calls for you. You need to make the list. And sometimes we say it. Sometimes we say what needs to happen, but we don't do it. And that's where I was in December of 2014 when I was laying down on my leg press machine with snot running out of my nose saying, I don't think I'm good at this. This business doesn't work for me. That's exactly where I was at then, is I wasn't doing this myself. I could train other people how to do it. I would hear people talking about it. It would go in one ear and out the other because I think I know that. But the question was I doing it? No, I was not doing it. And it's why I bottomed out, because I literally was connecting my paycheck to other people's ambitions. My paycheck was connected to whether or not someone else was working instead of me taking control and thinking, even if nobody else in the world does this, I'm going to do it. And so when I say this, I'm directing it toward everyone. And so toward myself, I'm directing it toward myself. Tonight, I'm sitting in there making a list myself and personally reaching out to people. We have 8,500 people on our team. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to hit 5-star next week. I mean, and I'm making lists myself, if that makes sense. And so you're going to make a list. So go back and look. Who has liked your before and after pictures? Who have you ever thought about talking to? Who has ever mentioned it to you? Who have you been scared to talk to about it? Make that list. Make it big, make it clear so you can read it. Make the list, get it written down. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is this. If you're new, and some of you even, okay, here I go. I'm getting real with you guys. Even if you're not new, if it's been a while since you've been like, man, I just had a great enrollment week. I'm enrolling 2 people a week and I've enrolled them for 4 or 5 weeks straight. Unless that's happening for you, then what I would do is I would use the first script that I'm going to give you. Meaning, if it's been a while since you've seen those results that you know how to get, I would go back to square one, because sometimes you need a fresh voice and a fresh vision on your business. I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's not really even in my notes. It's just I'm just thinking about it as I'm going. And so what you want to do is, if maybe you're not exactly where you want to be in the business, you've had a little dippy part, a little dippy time, or you're brand new, what you want to do is you want to go back and you want to tell people that you're training. Ask them to listen for your training. Say, I just started, I've had some product results. I'm having a lot of people ask me about it. I need to find 5 to 7 people to listen for my training. Would you be willing to listen? You're going to say that to them. If you've been in it a while and you feel like your results aren't exactly where they need to be, like if you are not consistently recruiting, then you can go back and you can say to them, listen, we're doing a new presentation with the products that I use. I need to find a few people that will listen so that I can learn the new presentation. Would you be willing to listen for my training? Go back and say that to them. Don't be too proud to do that. Be bold to do that. I've went back and did it. I've went back and asked other people to do calls for me so that I can listen whenever I found myself in a funk. And so go back and do that. And if that's you, you know who you are. And if it's not, then, and you're like, I am on my roll, my mojo's going, you know who you are. It's like the it factor. You've got, when you have it, you have it. You don't really know what it is and you don't know how you got it, but when you have it, you have it. If that's you, then just, then on that list, then you're just reaching out to people and you're asking them to listen. Now let's talk about the ask, because this is where I feel like sometimes I'm not as clear as other times. When I ask people, my ask to them is, I have a question. Can I give you a call? That's what I send in my text, and that's what I send in my Facebook message. Do I like it? No. Is it comfortable? No. Would I rather just message out the message, the whole big long thing? Absolutely. But this is the deal. It's 2016. In 2012, 2013, I feel like I could have messaged the whole thing out and got a response. That's not the case now. It's not. People are deaf to it. I don't know about you guys, but today I'm sitting on my phone and I'm working on my own like messaging people, and I got a message from an It Works person. It was this long, like blah, 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 blah. I probably get 2 a day. I ignored it. I don't even know what it said. All I know, it was about It Works, and I'm not interested. Does that make sense? However, if she would have said to me, hey, can I call you? I have a question. I would have said, yeah, you can call me. And she would have at least had the opportunity to say, hey, I'm doing training. Will you listen? I would have said no, but she would have at least had the opportunity to ask me the question. Does that make sense? So if you're sending out all that big old long text, what's happening is they're probably saying no, or they may not even be saying no, but they're putting you on the back burner until they have more time, if that makes sense. So that's the first thing that you've got to do. I mean, it's how it works. I mean, could you maybe send messages and get some people to respond? Probably. But if you want to have pretty much higher odds where most people are going to listen, then you need to go ahead and send that text out. The next thing that you really want to think about is this. So you need to book the call with your executive or the person that is training you, unless you're already trained, and unless you're in your it factor. And if you are booking the call with your executive, I'll tell you, this is what I have found the fastest and easiest. It doesn't even work for me really anymore. If someone says to me, Amy, can you do it at 6 or 7? Because somebody else could book in between now and the time that person gets the appointment. So send a group text message. Amy, this is my friend Chad. He said he would listen for my training. When do you have time? And boom, it gets booked like that after Chad has said, yes, he will listen. Now, another piece of this is you have to posture yourself. You have to posture yourself so they're going to say yes. So many times I think that we go into a call. So you've sent the text, you've said, hey, can I call you? And they're like, what does she want? And you're like, yes, that's what I want them to think. And then you call them and you say, listen, I really want to share with you about what I've been doing. Would you be willing just to listen to the information? Whenever you're saying that to them, you have to posture yourself with expectation that they're going to say yes. And you have to. I was telling, Jackie has a recruit on her team named Amber, and she's precious. And I was telling Amber, when I first came into network marketing, I would say things like, you wouldn't want to have an appointment with me, would you? Because I didn't want to be pushy. And literally, I had like 20 people tell me no, and right off the bat. And I can remember my recruiter saying, you're saying what to them? And I'm saying you wouldn't want to do it, would you? And she's like, no, of course they're saying no. And so you have to posture yourself from the position that they're going to say yes. Because when you're posturing yourself that they're going to say yes, they probably will. They're going to feel the expectation. Why would they not listen? And so much of it comes from your posturing. So this is the deal, guys. Have somebody get real with you. Like, have somebody that won't make fun of you. That, because I'm like, I say that and I'm like thinking, if I had one of my kids listen, they would make fun of me. But have somebody that will be real with you and say, listen, I want you to listen while I ask this person to listen, and tell me what you really think. I mean, get your executive to listen, or your friend that's doing well, get them to listen. And whenever you're asking that person, so that they can really be real with you with what your posturing sounds like. I mean, that's why if you live local to me, you've probably sat at my kitchen table. Or even if you're not local to me, I've probably flown into your town to sit down and do call night with you, so that we can get your posturing correct. So they're saying yes. Your expectation is yes. So I'm on the phone with someone. My thought is they're going to say yes if they'll listen. Why would they not? That's coming across. And so it's very expectant. So Jackie, I have a favor. I just started using some wellness products and I'm having amazing results. And now I'm having all these people ask me about it. I don't even know how to answer their questions. And I need to find 5 people that would listen just for my training. I don't even want to try to sell it to you. My question is, Jackie, would you just listen just to help me with my training? Do you guys feel that? I mean, she's probably going to say yes to that. And so otherwise, I think sometimes people call and they say, Jackie, I hate to bother you, but I just started, and you guys know this is true. I hate to bother you, but I just started doing Isagenix and the products are really working and I'm required to get 5 people to listen. I know you're busy, but would you do it? I mean, you're giving her the door, like you're opening the door up for her to say no. And so your expectation has to be, yes, they'll do it. Why would they not? And this is the thing. When they listen, they need what they hear. Whether or not they ever sign up for Isagenix, most of them need what they're going to hear. And you calling them is connecting the dots. It's connecting the dots. And so you get on the phone with that expectation. Anything less than that is not your best. And so you have to expect it. Okay. You want to remember that your job is only to get them to listen, not to sell it to them. And so even when you're making the appointment, don't worry. I don't care if all you do is talk them into listening. Don't try to sell it. Don't try to give facts. Don't try to talk about the cows being from New Zealand. Your only job is to get them to listen. Okay, next thing. Do not allow yourself to go here in your mind. I don't know anybody. Nobody I know wants to do it. Do not allow yourself to go there. Do not buy that from yourself. Every time you hear yourself say, I don't know anybody, I don't know enough people, my people, blah, blah, blah. Every time you hear that from your own mind, when that comes into your mind, I want you to change that. And I want you to say, this is what I want you to change it to immediately. I don't know anybody that I'm comfortable calling. Because that's really the issue. It's not that you don't know anybody. Nobody in the world can sell that to me. Nobody. I've been in network marketing for 17 years, and I'm definitely in the NFL club, No Friends Left club, because all of my friends have been in 3 other companies with me, and I really don't know anybody. But the thing is, it's not that I don't know anybody. It's that I don't really know anybody that I'm comfortable calling anymore. But you know what? I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable because that's where the fruit is. And so it's a little bit like this. When I was, and I'm going to train about this on the tribe call tonight, but when I was down and out in my business, so I'm down and out, right? Like, it doesn't work for me. What's wrong with me? Suck my thumb. Everybody's passing me up. When I was like that in my business, everywhere I turned, there were other people just like that the business wasn't working with. So they're all whining together and they're like getting me in their whine fest. And then they're like justifying that I don't know anybody. And they're justifying my lack of inactivity. And then they're like, I'll be your accountability partner. So stupid. Why would I have somebody be my accountability partner that is also miserable, right? And so what you've got to do with this is you've got to find some accountability. You've got to surround yourself with people that don't buy it. Like, I don't buy it. I know this. By the time you get to the phone with me, if you have whined, you have already whined to somebody else. Like, if you're not ready to work, you typically don't call me. I know that. Like, it's not a secret. Like, you call me after you've already been through the whining, because by the time you come to me that I'm going to be like, all right, let's get it fixed. And so surround yourself with get it fixed kind of people. Don't allow yourself to be around people that are whining. And maybe you are that person that's out charging and charging and charging and charging and giving and giving and giving. Then you got to find yourself other people that are doing that same thing, or you're going to be drained and you're going to begin to feel like the people that are pulling on you. So that's also super, super important. So don't allow yourself to think, I don't know anybody. Don't worry about what the other person's going to think. This is the deal. They're not going to think. Like, I think sometimes we say, can I call you? And then we're like, oh no, they know what I want. I know they know what I want. And we start worrying about what they're going to think. Forget that. Well, number one, we've had 5 million trainings on other people's opinions and how it can really mess up your life. But number two, do not worry about, they're not even worried about it. Like when you message them and say, can I call you? And you call them, for 1 nanosecond, they might go, oh, Tom is such a bum. He called me on the phone about Isagenix. I can't believe it. They might say that, but you know what? They're not even going to remember a week later that you even called them. So it's like one little drop in their bucket of their whole world that you're calling them. But if you don't call and you don't try, you have there's no way you're ever going to win. So don't worry about what they're thinking. You've got to think, how bad do you want it? I mean, the day that I realized that I want it bad enough to be so uncomfortable that I don't care what anybody else thinks or says, literally, the day that I realized that, all chains were broke free. And that was the day I knew I was going to win. Because on that day, when I called and I started making the appointments and I said, will you listen? Everybody started saying yes, because my train was going with or without them. There was no desperation. I'm going with or without, with or without, with or without. And so you can't worry about what they're thinking. And so no one's going to be offended. I can only think of one person that I'm offended by that asked me about another company, and it's Shane's cousin. And I am totally offended at him. Shalane just said the other day, she told me she's reading a book about offenses. I'm like, I think I need to go buy it. But I am offended at him because he said, he goes, he said, he called my husband. He didn't call me because he knew I'd give him an earful. He called my husband. He said, you know what? I have a great company for you guys. There's not even a product. You should try this product. And we've already, I've already been there, done that. Like I looked at that marketing plan way before I looked at Isagenix. And he was like, you should do it. And you need to tell Amy it's so much easier to make money at this than it is Isagenix. And I'm like, and how much money is he making in Isagenix? Like, oh, he used the system one time, and how much money is he making in that other company? And so I was totally offended because he knocked my company. So unless you're doing something like that, they're not going to be offended. Like if he would have just called and said, hey, will you listen for my training? This is what I would have said to him. I will listen for your training, but I'm not going to do it. And I would not have been offended, and I would have listened. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that open door of, yes, I'll listen. I hope that helps. Okay, guys, who has questions? Because and if you need me to do more calls with you, by all means, my goodness, I will do 5 cartwheels to do calls. Message me, Amy. Message me when you have them set up. Say, I have Fred. He'll listen. What time can you do it? Put me in a group message. I'll do it with you. Okay, questions. Even if you've been in for a long time and you're like, but you're stalled out, message me. Let's do it again. One more wave, one more wave. This business is made up of one more wave. There's a wave to executive. Then there's a wave to 1-star. And then there's a wave to 2-star. And then there's a wave to 3-star. One more wave. If you need one more wave and me to do it with you, message me. Let's do it. I'm all about it. I'd rather do one more wave than have to start a whole new wave. Okay, questions. Anybody? All right. Well, you guys, we will be back at 9:15 if you are wanting to really move up. Of course, we have our advanced training at 9:15 on the same team Zoom, but I really appreciate you guys listening. I hope it helped. And you guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your week, okay? Bye, everybody.
Bye, Amy.
Bye, guys.